This is Kardec Radio, bringing to you the book Among Brothers of Other Lands, written by several spirit authors, and psychographed by Chico Xavier and Waldo Vieira. This partial audio recording will cover Chapter 32, Before Other Nations, Chapter 33, Reincarnation, and You, and Chapter 34, Defeats. Enjoy. Chapter 32, Before Other Nations, by Emmanuel. You shall conserve the dignity of home and honor by loving tirelessly the parents that provided you with birth and life. You shall never deny your help to those who ask for support and understanding for domestic well-being. You shall exalt serving the soil that embraces you like a generous mother by reciprocating with care and respect the bread that it provides you. You shall be grateful to the space in which you live, guaranteeing cleanliness and offering as often as possible the perfume of a flower that depends on your care. You shall, after all, place your heart in the nation that gathers brothers from the same ideals and same language. But you shall not forget that the same starry sky that looks at our aspirations embraces other nations' hopes, which have received the blessing of God as much as we have. When you go to work every morning, remember that other human beings do the same as the sun announces the day. When you envelop your children in evening prayer, think of the mothers who in distant countries watch out for their children, supplicating to the All-Merciful for protection and guidance for their loved ones. Do not be judgmental by thinking that the wealth of some and the economic affairs of others are the reasons for differences. The sufferings that chip away at our soul and the joys that push us ahead vibrate in thousands and thousands of hearts on the other hemisphere. When you hear something about other groups and nations which may be fighting wars, pray for them. They are brothers who do not know the painful consequences that will readjust their spirits later on. When you listen to news about other groups that may be under atonement, also pray for them, so that the gifts of work and patience do not become scarce for them. Consider everyone as our companions, creatures of the same Creator and children of the same Father. In the future, in the spirit kingdoms, you will see them in the condition of humanity, our true family. Learn then, starting today, to banish the word foreigner from your dictionary, and when you refer to someone who was born in a different nation, allow fraternity to rise up from your soul to your lips, and sincerely say, our brother. Paris, France, August 21st, 1965, Chapter 33, Reincarnation and You, by Ernest O'Brien. Reincarnation means that the soul returns to earth time and again in a human body. Only this doctrine explains the apparent injustices of life. It is eternal truth. In the succession of births, man obtains experience and knowledge about himself and his destiny. Through reincarnation, one learns that as a man soweth, so shall he reap. All life is eternal. The law of justice never fails. There is not a thought, word, nor action which does not have its echo. To possess, give. You must know this. Man creates causes and karmic law adjusts the effects. You may choose between good and evil. Therefore, the best effort is self-improvement. Does it really matter in the long run? Education is the treasure of the soul. But what does it profit a man if he has such treasure and does not use it in good works? Development of our spiritual awareness brings light within our beings. It is not enough for a man only to possess among brothers of other lands spirituality. He must employ and demonstrate it. The way to living is giving. God has sent each one of us to be a laborer in His kingdom. The fruit of culture is sown in works for God's bounty in the world. On the other hand, knowledge is like a seed. That which falls on the open heart brings fruit of perfection. If our faith in God is supreme, God reciprocates in the same measure. Justice demands this, and we understand accordingly. We are destined for happiness here or hereafter, if, above all, we give happiness to others. This is the law of cause and effect. rebirth. What's the use of knowledge without works? Give love to mankind, and you receive love in all of its manifestations. Every person is surrounded by endless opportunities and infinite possibilities. Karmic law responds to you as you accept it. Know yourself and practice good works always. Try it. July 14th, 1965, New York City, New York, USA. Chapter 34, Defeats by Anderson. What are we doing about the gospel? The disciple must search his conscience. Let us look out for our thoughts. We must be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we are inclined either to work without confidence or to confide without working. What kind of friends of Jesus are we? By some means or other, do we really want to cooperate with Jesus in his job? Let us do it now, right now. We are sinners. Christ knows our weaknesses. By the light of his love, Jesus removes our fears and troubles. For our own sake, we must listen to him. The disciple of the gospel becomes one with his master. Each one of us can in his own heart be a shrine within himself illumined in his divine truth. Sometimes we cannot remove circumstances and temptations under which our task should be done, but Jesus can do it. Why seek to take out the strength of our Savior from within us? The subject brings back to our memory the words of Paul. Your life is hid with Christ in God. Many times we have suffered defeats. Christ offers us the strength to be a new kind of person. We should be patient in all tribulations. Faith is the result of daily trust. We are in the fellowship of Christ, going from darkness to light. Be not overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 12, verse 21. July 6, 1965, New York City, New York, USA.